Oh, I pushed the wrong button.
Situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion. Tell me what's your view. And let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth. For absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth.
Grand Day Royals, and welcome to Rock Truth Radio, rock singles specifically. And we thank you for joining us as we rock truth or absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth before your very eyes is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom, for relationships, for friendship, for marriage, for the kingdom, for his namesake solely. So what I would like to do today, we're definitely going to finish the conversation from last week. I'm still going to give King a little bit more time to come in, just in case. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, the knight in shining armor. Hello, sir. Hello. There we go. There we go. Guys, real quick while he's getting all set, how is your week, Lord Ty? How was your week, brother?
Hey, week was great. It was good. I'm still living, still breathing.
That's it. That's it. IQ, what it do, boo?
Smooth sailing. Last week was wonderful. This week is gonna be even better.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Same for me. It's been some amazing. This week has been amazing, and I'm grateful for it. Just kind of like again settling in a little bit more into my being, and I dig it. I'm starting to dig it, like finding just those secret uh water supplies. You know what I mean? Those secret reservoirs that God has for you when you are obedient. I'll say that when you're obedient. What's going on with you, CKnight?
How I sound? Do I sound straight? I'm trying this mic out this week.
You're Grand King. It sounds grand
Perfect,
to me.
perfect. I ain't gonna hold it. My week was very tumultuous. It
Okay.
was blessed, but when I say fighting spirits, it was one of them.
Yes, sir.
Very blessed, but just keeping it real. Just it's been interesting. It's been some interesting battles, but just like a battle, I'm here to stand and talk about it. So
Yes, sir.
that's the blessing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, always like it's never going to be a situation where we're not faced with opposition. You know what I mean? And it comes into a situation happened with me today, and I'm telling you, the training from just this week along with God, and it came through work. You know what I mean? It came unexpected, and the whole purpose and point of it was to ignite fear, right? It was to make me fear and it was to make me doubt. And I sat and I watched it all happen. Like I didn't engage with it. I didn't lose my head in it. I just watched it all happen, and I remembered just God saying, "Yo, when it get crazy, when things are happening, come back for a dancer to the bar. Come back to this still water. Come back to these green pastures and chill. Don't worry about I'll take care of everything. You remain still, and I got everything." And I did just that. I was like, yo, okay, this how this works. This how this works. I'm starting to get the hang of
Yeah,
things a little bit. You did? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
For
man.
real.
Yeah. So All right. Well, I wanted to wait for Night to get here, so we're gonna go ahead right on into it because we've actually been having a show behind the scenes for the last 30 minutes. We just didn't get a chance to push the live button. But we're gonna bring back up the topic discussion that was held last week, and it was also held on BZNZ Radio Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. You can also catch, follow up conversations or just grand conversations regarding relationships on his show. You know what I mean? So we were talking about if you have the king, if you have the ring, if you won the prize, you know what I mean? Why are you upset with the runner up? And so we've been having a conversation behind the scenes regarding it. I'll start with you, Lord Ty. Let's jump off a cliff here because I love these conversations.
Jump off a cliff. Okay,
We've
you better
rocked
have a
through
safety
like
net.
this for 6 years, so grow for it.
You
Yeah,
better,
let's
you better have a safety net dealing with me. Okay. I mean, thing is, on one level, I believe that no, the runner up should not be around. The runner up should not be around unless there's been some type of conversation with the wife. You know, King Dwayne, he crack up when I make this analogy. Y'all gonna like this one.
okay. Go for it.
Okay. Uh, this is what I say. If there was a potential side woman, let's say I was married and there was a potential side woman that was always coming around. Do you know what I would do? I would go to burger. I would go to McDonald's. I would get a Happy Meal. I make sure the toy. I'll get two Happy Meals and make sure the toys is in both of them. And I bring both of the ladies together and I sit them down and I let them know what's going on. Like, look, this is how it's gonna go. This is my wife. This is the side. She like me. You like me. And we're gonna live together and we're gonna do this. That's
Mm,
what I would do. But
mm,
since that's not this type of situation, this is a situation whereas okay, she was a runner up. She may have partook of the fruit of the loins. She may have partook of the loins, but now she don't get the loins no more. And the wife gets the loins. So with that being made, she got to know her position. She
mm-hmm.
have to know her place. Beyonce got a song. She say, "Okay, ladies, now get into position." You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? She talk about this. So we got to get the lady in position. Like, okay, this is my wife. Where you need to do, you need to go. Okay. Now, if she can't respect that, then there's a problem. I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay. All right. IQ.
Um,
You
I'd
want me to
really
come back?
rather be last, but I wanted to
Okay.
ask
I can come
I
back. I'll
want to
come
ask
back.
Tyron a really quick. Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
ask the
Go ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
Ask
No,
the
go ahead.
question. Yeah.
Ask me the question.
Oh,
Let's
okay,
go.
okay. So my question is, Tyron, you brought up a question that said she must stay in position, meaning the runner up. What is her position, Tyron?
Background. Come on. If we gonna have a conversation, her position is in the background. Okay. You do not come out
How far
unless
back?
I call for you.
How far in the back should she be?
I mean, open up the basement door, walk down, close the door, lock the key behind you.
Ooh.
Okay,
You gotta
that's
you
that's
gotta be
pretty
back.
far.
You gotta be back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta be in the background. You can't be all up in front around me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? We should not go to the mall and we walk around in the mall and we see you up in there talking about, hey girl, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I will come back to you, IQ, to refuse stone.
She shouldn't even be in the back. It should be like you got background singers, and then you got the singers that you don't even see that's doing the work. This all you got the singer that's doing the work off of the camera. That's how much she should be. She shouldn't
Mm,
even be a background.
mm,
She needs to be in the back of the back black. Now, the only reason I say that, I'm
okay.
joking, but at the same time, it's for real. It's a distraction. Bro, if I'm focused and I'm focused on prime example, horses. You know why they got them things?
The
Because
blinder.
when they walking, they gotta stay focused on what they own. If they see that horse over there and that horse neighing and jumping and frolicking or whatever they call it, that horse get thrown off and he get off track. When he got his blinders on, he can go where he need to go, uninterrupted, undistracted, focused. So I agree with Tyron.
So couldn't he be also distracted by something else?
Exactly. So he don't have time for nothing else to distract.
So he can't be friends with no woman. He can't. All the women are just in the closet in the basement with a key, or all women. So he just got to have all male friends. That's
We talking
No,
about
no.
runner up.
no.
Yeah, we
Either
talking about
way.
runner-ups.
So if we're talking about runner-ups again, I want to apply your science to everything, because if it's truth, it applies all across the board, right? So that means that there's a potential that you can also, this could also occur with a work wife. This is the potential that it could also occur with the male man. It could, or the male
Why
woman.
is she
It
a work
could.
wife? Why is she a work wife?
Well, that I
Yeah, she
just
got
use
the
that. I use
classification
that
of work.
phrase. I use that phrase only because people use that phrase, right? But this could be a friend that's at work, and so it could be a co-worker. Let's use that phrase, right? It could be somebody you met on a bus stop. It could be somebody at a car dealership. It could be somebody at Starbucks. It can be any woman, right? So are you saying that as a man, I'm very curious. So are you saying though, as a man, and I will take back the weak word that I used earlier. Are you saying as a man you lack that much discipline that you can't be around another woman because of what could happen?
It's a difference between a work. So when you got that person at Starbucks, what you say, Tyra, the barista? Hey, when you
Yes,
got that
sir.
barista, when you got that coworker, you can leave and punch the clock and you gone. When you got that friend that y'all used to have that relationship with, you can slide down over the crib. You can pop up. Y'all can have. You all are in each other's space a lot more than a barista, a work wife, somebody you see at Myers, somebody you see at Walmart. It's a way different energy. When you
But
got somebody you
can
can
the
call, when you
I'm
got
so
somebody you can pick up the phone and call at midnight versus somebody you only gonna see at work doing work hours, it's a little different. It's a little
but
different energy.
yeah, but what if now the barista is somebody that you do frequently see more than somebody that you call a best friend or a friend of the family? Or isn't it a potential for any woman to be slid in that spot if that's what that king wants? Because it's only based on if
Tyron,
that's what that king wants, or no. Is it
get it, Tyron.
You okay? You said is yeah. Anybody can slide in.
anybody?
That's anybody can slide. Anybody can get it. But
Yes.
what we are saying is that if you are a runner up,
Yes.
why are you around? Why do we have you around as a runner up?
So if
That
he
you
wants
got
you
to know
again,
you got to know your position.
if he saw a friend in you, right? Because you should be a friend coming in, going out, right? He saw a friend in you. That doesn't mean that he has to sleep with you. That doesn't mean that the woman wants to sleep with him now that he's married. It's an assumption that this woman is just wanting to be around so that she can get a chance to slide, or that's not true. So if you have a woman that's a friend in your life and willing to keep your nose clean too, that those private conversations, and we'll get to that in the video we're gonna play in a second. Those private conversations that they have, and this woman is redirecting him to make sure he's honoring his vow and remembering God and remember, like, what's the issue if this woman is actually being a friend and you got somebody else over here which you talk to every single day and she the one trying to sneak in them DMs?
But here go my question.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, where's the woman's man at? Why she always got to be with somebody else's man?
But who says
You
she
know what I
is?
mean?
I think we taking it further than what it is, right?
Where's
We're
the
just
woman's
saying a
man at?
friend. Yeah, we're just saying a friend. We going further like this. You're making it like the woman is just trying to be like this stalker chick that's all the way always around. No. This is a
That-
friend
That's
and a
that's how
confidant.
some of y'all are. That's outside
I
of
will
y'all
say,
life.
I will say it's a vast majority. I will say it's a vast majority. I'm not gonna lie, it is. That's the reason why the title, the way it's being described, is automatically assumed, and we're gonna see it in this video. It's
We
automatically
gonna keep it
assumed
real
that,
tonight. We gonna
yeah,
keep
it's
it real tonight.
automatically assumed that the woman wants to sleep with the man, or that there's something going on because
Most
it's
of the time
a,
y'all do. Most of the time y'all do. Most of the
okay,
time y'all
but
do.
most of the time they do, right? Because it's men too. So it's not just the
It
women.
is.
It's men
Okay,
too, and men
let
take
me stop.
lead, right? Come on, let's rock true all the way today. We doing it
But
all
what
the
does
way.
she want though?
Let
What
me
does she
stop.
want? Why is she?
Whatever
What
he
is she?
wants, whatever he. So here's the thing: we're taking it like she can just be in his life without his say so. If he's saying, "I want this to be my a friend in my life," what's the problem? Why, as a woman in his life, you're insecure? Why, as
What's
a
the
Can I
woman in
step
problem
his
in
with
life,
here?
you're
wanting?
not inviting? Go ahead, Q.
Can I step in here really quick?
Yeah, sure.
Hello to everyone on the panel. Hello to everyone that is watching this stream.
Hey Q.
Love
Hey
to have you
Q.
Thank you.
around. I do want to say this. Come on now, y'all. I mean, I have to say it this way. Now we know that Selena is one that believes that a runner-up should not be overtaking the wife's position.
Thank you.
I can only imagine that if Selena was the wife and I was the runner-up, which I
Yeah.
would never be. But we're just going to use this as an example. Let's just say that I was the runner-up and I used to be with who she is now with.
Mm-hmm.
Now, me having conversation behind her back with him, I've already slept with him for many years,
Ooh.
but I still feel like I should be his friend just because we just cool like that.
Come on.
At this point, if I am having secret conversation and she knows nothing about it and I am playing this run, I was the runner up and I did not win the fight, but I'm playing on the other end and I'm having secret conversations with her husband, I am then out of line. There is
Come
no,
on.
and out of alignment, and out of alignment. There is no way that I should be conversating with her husband, vows that they made to each other, and disrespecting that vow. If you can have a conversation in front of me, then do that. But anytime you are in behind my back and I know nothing about what you're doing, you're being sneaky and you're very much undisciplined and uncontrolled at that moment.
So who's being sneaky? Because who made the vows to the other woman? It was it the husband
So,
or
Both of
no?
them
They
did it.
didn't.
so,
Nope.
so,
No, they didn't. No,
Why y'all
they
not having the
didn't. No,
conversation?
so
they
hold
Hey,
on.
didn't.
why y'all not having the conversation in front of the wife? Why y'all gotta
So
go into a
hold on.
secret
So
place
hold
to
on.
talk?
Who said? But
So hold
so a
on.
conversation. If you don't know that I called this person and said howdy do, that can be seen as secret. But whose job is
Fact.
it to relate? Whose job is it to relate to the other person that I'm talking? But here's another thing too. Is he obligated to do so? He's not. He's
He's
not.
very much obligated. He's very
Okay,
much
show me where.
obligated to do what he needs to do with
But show
with
me where
his
he is.
wife. His wife is not who his friend should be, and
Okay,
that's where we
okay.
get marriage kind of mixed up. That's not a godly marriage.
How's it not?
That's not what God is asking us to
How-
do.
that's the
God is
one
not
thing he
asking us
asking
to
us to do. Go ahead.
hold on. God is not asking us to be sneaky.
No.
If
Come
it's
on.
if it's meant if the conversation is meant to be and I'm the friend and even though I was the runner up or whatever, if it's not disrespectful, it should be had in front of
Okay,
me.
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Does he have to? Because if the king chooses not to have that conversation in front of you, that has nothing
Uh-huh.
to do with the friend. As a friend, I'm not obligated to go to your wife and say, I had this conversation with your husband. Now I'm completely out of line. I'm also a man. So who is at obligation here? It would be the king, and it's also at his will and pleasure. Is it not?
And then if it's at his will and pleasure and
Yeah.
he's being sneaky, he's now out of line.
And then who is that between him and who?
that is between, first of all, it's between him and God.
Thank you. That's all that
Second of
matters.
all, second of
That's all.
all, second of
That's all
all,
that matters.
second,
It don't matter
hold
about the
on.
second, because the second, because now
Yeah,
we're becoming out of order. Now we're becoming out of order.
right, but why
Mhm.
would
Y'all
a
all
runner
out
up
of
be
order.
playing a part in the out of order? Because you also hold a responsibility as well. You know that man is married. You know you
Hold
shouldn't be
on.
having secret conversations behind his back,
No, I hear what
behind
it
his
is that
wife's
you're.
back.
I hear what it is you're saying, but you're taking it further than what it is, right? So let's
No,
just
she
say
not.
now.
No,
Let's
I
just.
ain't taking it
No,
no
okay.
further. I don't
Okay.
listen
Hold
to
on.
every
Keep it
conversation
real.
sitting
We
on
Hold
keeping
on.
that.
it real.
Hold on. So here we go again. So that we applied that science over here, right? So now let's go.
Yes.
Let's go over here to again. There is another random woman, because if you can't
Uh-huh.
talk to the friend, you can't talk to any other woman. This other woman too has the potential to do all this other crazy stuff that everybody is going outlandish with it and saying as well. So are you also saying that a man can't talk to no women? None.
A
This
man could,
conversation.
a man, hold on.
Hmm.
A man, just like a woman, can talk to whoever you want to talk to.
Yes.
When you step outside of line,
Hmm.
do know that you hold a responsibility at that point to pay for what you did.
Okay.
Hey,
So
check
again,
this out.
go ahead, King. Go ahead.
Check this out. Y'all got to clear something up because y'all giving. I'm not going to even front. Y'all giving mixed signals. This is why I say this. Q just said that they had prior relations. You talking about the woman at Starbucks. If it's a person that you have prior relations with, that person should not be considered a friend in your
Come on.
life if you're married. I'm just gonna
Okay,
keep it like
so
that.
stop right
Not
there.
hold, let me finish.
Stop right there, though.
Oh,
I
go
want
ahead.
you to stop right there because every time you go further than this, you miss my point. So you're right.
Where are we
Somebody,
going?
hold on. So
Can you
the
stop
person
that
prior,
again,
you're
sir?
talking about a prior person, right? Okay. So that means
Selena,
that also
can you restate?
a potential person has the same possibility as a prior. Yes or
No, they
no?
don't.
Okay. So they
No,
don't.
No.
So
no.
so
So
you
let me give
telling
my
me
explanation
okay.
why.
The prior
Okay.
already
They
took of the
don't.
fruits.
A woman that
But hold
a
on,
woman
wait.
that you a woman that you slept with
Yeah.
does not equal a woman that you see at Strat and Van Til's every day. Because that's
Come on.
somebody that you in your mind maybe are attracted to. But this woman that you laid with, y'all already formed this spiritual soul tie. So
Come on.
that's a way different story than the
Okay.
woman that you see in Strax or
Okay.
Starbucks or
Again, I'll
McDonald's.
say, but with that other person, can you not have the potential to form that same thing with now that you're in the marriage? Can it
Yes,
not
you
I,
can.
happen?
I want to answer
You
that.
can. You
I
can.
want to answer that
So go ahead,
because
Q.
I will say this. To say like the runner up and saying that y'all had priors. Okay, y'all had priors. So that's one thing. Another thing is the woman that is standing in the way and doing all this and trying to push herself into a situation. That is it's the same effect to me. Because you know this man is married, and if you're pushing yourself, even though you haven't had him before, but you keep pushing and pushing, he needs to let her go too in conversation.
Okay. Okay. So
It's
again,
not, it's
it's so that's the point that I'm making as well.
same to me.
It's on both ends of the spectrum, right? So the potential now for, or rather the responsibility, as it always did, falls upon the king and his decision making and him saying what he can handle in his life. Is it not?
Yes, but can he handle it? Because we say
We
we
don't
can do
we
a lot,
don't know
but we
we
can't do.
don't know though, right? So we make it like all men are undisciplined. We make it like all
No,
men
not all.
can't handle.
That's not what I said.
I
That's
know,
not what I said.
I
I
know.
said it does depend on the man. However, he know what he can handle and what he cannot. But
Correct.
if a woman is pushing up on you, you should tell her, "Hey,
He should tell.
I'm married," and
Correct.
leave it.
Correct. I agree. So we do live in a society where you have baby mamas and previous wives, right? Right? So these are
Yes,
also possible
yes,
runner-ups, right? So are we also saying, because I want to apply the science all the way around. It has to, for it to be truth, it applies in every aspect of government, right? So if
Let's
you're
get it.
saying now you have the baby mama or the previous wife, and they were friends. We just can't be together. I don't want to be with him. We good. Okay, so are you saying that he can't have a relationship with her, or you only said, well, because they got children together, that changes it?
There are boundaries. And I'm telling you, when you make boundaries, those boundaries are not to be crossed. Let me give you an example. I have children. I had a fiance. I was not having conversations with the father of my kids, not in front of him. I had them in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but I understand you, Q, but we women. So it's different from us because we have
What
a
does that mean?
particular
Yeah,
place.
what does that mean? Because y'all
Because
are
we
women.
have a
I'm just,
particular place. We have a particular place in the king's life. So they make the decisions for us. When we're their wives, we do what they say. It's different. When we're in a marriage, we don't tell them what to do. So that's what I mean. We're in a different position. So you having a conversation in front of, and your husband may not even require you to have a conversation with your previous in
that's
front of him,
on me.
because
That's on
but
me.
I understand that. So what I'm saying is that your husband is one confident in his own self. I don't care. I ain't got to worry about my wife and some other man. And I'm saying that same confidence level should come from a queen, where I ain't worried about my husband and this other woman. It could be any other woman. It could have you, the whole person I'm sitting here focused on and making this the object of my affection. It could be a whole nother person over here to my left. Well, the one over here ain't
Yeah,
even the one that I need to worry about. It was the one over here that was all in your face and in your nose. And like the girl gonna say on the clip that I'm about to play, make sure you call her and you talking to her. And yeah, and that's the one that's been talking to you and y'all talking and chit chatting, and she was the one up under your thumb.
and
Hey,
that's why you create boundaries, and you won't have that problem.
what Q what Q said don't just apply to women. I rock with her on that too, because it shouldn't be certain conversations unless, like, on both sides, the man and the woman. So like how Q said, when she used to talk to her ex, she talked to him and he wasn't, her fiance wasn't telling her that she had to have them conversations, but out of respect. So me, same situation. My ex-wife, when I got with my other wife, I had to stop having conversations with my ex about certain things because we used to talk, but then I started seeing those conversations would go not like off, because she has a man that I respect, which is my daughter's stepdad. And I had to start thinking, like, is this respectful to him to be having these conversations that I'm having with her? The same way that is disrespectful to my wife. So yeah, it's the boundaries. It's things you don't discuss. It's like, hey, how are the kids? Hey, what's going on with them in school? Not, hey, man, I was out the other day and I saw this movie and I'm thinking about going to see it. You ever thought about going to see it? And then y'all go into these conversations. That ain't y'all place. That ain't her
But
place. That
okay,
ain't his place.
so what you're
That's
saying
dead.
is that you
Hear me
can
out. That's
still.
dead.
Okay, go ahead.
That's
Were
supposed
you
to be
done?
dead.
Were you?
No, that's supposed to be
Okay.
dead. It ain't supposed to be y'all can be cool like that. You can be cordial, respectful, and have them boundaries. We don't have to be, that needs to die. That relationship that we had before I got into this new situationship, or whatever they call it, I hate that word. When I got into this new relationship, I mean, that's dead. No, we can't talk about the new movie that just came out last week. No, we can't talk about the new album that just dropped. That's over with.
That sounds good. It just sounds honestly insane. Like why am I trying to control and manipulate somebody? I'm with you, Q, when you're saying that, hey, um there's a conversation that we can have. We can, I don't think that there's a conversation regarding sexual encounters. And I think that that is too far because it becomes extremely tempting, right? I do believe that. However, guess what? I still can't say to that king what you can and what you can't do. And even though you chose to say, hey, I'm going to speak in front, I'm going to let my husband know that I'm on the phone, or your fiance, whoever the case may be, I'm going to let them know I'm in a conversation. That's still not something that's required. That was something that you voluntarily did. So I want to talk about more so requirements. This is what you have to, and not something that's like, oh, this should be a rule of thumb. This should be. This
Wait a
should be.
second.
It's easy for you to fall into the figgy pudding. I'm just saying
So
it's easy for us to
in
fall
any
into it.
circumstance, though, right?
Hey,
In
hold
any
up, real quick.
circumstance, right?
I just caught something that'll solve all this.
Okay.
I see
Okay,
where you're
go ahead.
going now. It shouldn't be you can't do this and you can't no longer. It needs to be more so like, honey, I don't really feel too comfortable with you talking to her like that. Is that me asking for too much for you not to do that? Not, hey, I don't want you talking to him no more or her no more. That's bogus. It needs to be a conversation where it's more like, hey, honey, how do you feel about me talking to my ex?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hey, boo. Hey, how do you feel about him calling me? It needs to be that.
I
And
understand.
that needs to take place. So when that takes place, now it's a beautiful flow. And if he says, yeah, baby, I don't like you talking to your ex, she needs to be the woman or the wife and say, you know what? I need to work on that. I'm not going to be like, forget that. I had him before you and this and that. Nah, bro, that's not respect. That's not honor. And that's not
Come on.
value. That's not value in the situation. You got to be like, I'm going to take what you say because if that means that to you, then I need to take heed to that because you're telling me how you feel. Because when you snap off and be like, I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that, then I ain't going to talk to you no more about nothing. I'm going to start doing stuff on the side and talking to
Come
My
whoever I
on.
want
point.
to talk
My whole point. And
Right.
that's the point that I'm making. That everything that you
You
said
can have a baby.
just
You can have a baby.
exactly. Exactly. And so it's like, yes, have the conversations. I still have to stress that again, a man's role and a woman's role are not equal. We are not equal parts. Q, I'll let you grow and then we'll get into that clip because it's still gonna take us kind of like back into this full circle. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I want to say is you can do something even better than that. You can have the conversation before you get engaged and get married.
Master
Because,
Singlers!
or this is where you want to set foundation that you know going into it that it's going to be the same way we started off. I need to know up front with the next man that I decide to give my time to. If you're going to be doing all these things, you're not the man for me because I move a certain type of way as a woman. And the same thing I give, because I'm a giver, I want that given back to me. So this is a conversation for before you even get engaged. Pay attention to the signs.
I got one
Hey,
question.
you
I
know
got
what's
one
funny
question
that
for
Go
you,
ahead,
Kiki.
go ahead.
I got a
oh,
question for Kiki. All right, Kiki. Could you marry a
Yeah.
man that's like a bishop? Could you marry a man that's a bishop? Because you know it'd be nothing but women all around the bishops. Could you handle that?
I don't know what God is going to do in my life, but I told myself and God that pastors, bishops, musicians, all these people are not for me.
What? Ain't that
That's
crazy?
only because I've been in the musical
That
world, so I know a little
hey,
something.
hey,
crazy. She
something
said
Q just
bishops,
said.
pastors ain't for her.
Yep, they done. Hey, Q just said something that reminded me of something when I was dating. It's this game that every couple that's dating should do. I found this game, and you go. It don't. I'm making what it is. It's so simple. The game of questions. You go on Google and you type in questions for couples. The questions be like, "What would you do?" Questions like, "Fine," and it's the last burger. Would you give it to me or would you take it? Now look, these questions sound frivolous and little, but it says a lot about the psyche of that person. If that man says, "Man, I'm taking that
Facts.
burger because I wanted the burger, you came here with me so you can get a chicken sandwich." It's going to teach you something about that man's mental.
Yeah,
For real.
Not the
It's going
chicken
yeah.
to teach you
sandwich.
something about how that man's mental is going to be in certain situations in life.
Facts.
So what Kiki said is right. Ask them questions. Stop wasting time sitting up watching movies and
Yeah.
cuddling and stuff. Ask
Yes.
some real questions to each
Ask
other
some real ones.
before y'all start dating. It's easy and it's fun.
Yep, I agree. You know what it
Right.
does? It brings you closer. It brings you close. This is where I'm talking about when we're
It
saying
does.
that this is how friendship is truly developed, okay? At the foundational level. This is where friendship is truly developed because now I know how to respond to what it is you're saying and not react. I can learn that I'm reacting or whether I'm responding. I can learn you. I learned something about myself. You know, I learned like, okay, when he's saying it like this, okay, I don't have to take it like that because I got some personal things going on with my life, and I'm usually like this when this situation happens. It's such a learning experience, and again, it's such a shared commonality. And you guys come out again. If even if the marriage doesn't last, we still were friends. We were friend enough to tell each other the truth.
Yeah.
The truth. You know what I mean? Real quick, I gotta acknowledge the chat. We got Cedric Collins. Whoa, boy, in the building. What's going on? Whoa. He says salute to everybody. Shout out to my mom in the building. What's going on? Hey, Cranberry Rose. I love you. I love you. I love you. Cedric also says truth. And then we got King and Dwayne. He said the friend word is dangerous when you do not know the true definition. Then you have anyone can be a runner-up. He says friend zone is a real thing. Secret is the key word here. What if Q is my wife and she knows my moves? But in the workspace, Mary and I work so well that others joke that's his work wife. They will be pointing out something that is obvious in chemistry. He says that's little sister energy. The runner-up is clearly IU. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Can you clarify? Unless the wife cheated to get there, the wife will ultimately be exposed. I do agree. Whatever paper trail a female creates dictates her future. You cannot dictate rules of engagement with a ready-made family, my lord. These females want simps and place fillers to control. I agree. Let's grow into this clip real quick because this was such a oh my God clip when I saw this. And I just knew that we needed to dissect it because here it is, like King was just saying. We're looking at women who do not understand their right roles and responsibility as wife and take it beyond as if you are to control and manipulate this man. If you learn, like Q was saying, on the foundational level in friendship and rock singleness, right? If you learned that you can't control nobody but yourself, that's why the Lord says govern yourself accordingly. But most importantly, your job isn't to dictate to this man. This is God's man. This ain't your man. Go away and do so. Hey, be blessed. But he ain't obligated to do that. And we take away the right role and responsibility of a whole sovereign, a whole king, just to pity pat some chick. I'm going to go to this clip real quick.
Is it okay for your husband to have a female best friend but will not talk to her around you?
Kitty,
Because this is how emotional affairs start to take place. It's somebody that you confide in, because why can you not talk to this woman in the presence of me?
That's right.
And why is that woman comfortable talking to you outside of the presence of me?
Correct.
Those are the questions that you need to ask. But let me talk to you real quick, baby. We got to stop being pushovers. Because what are the conversations that y'all have? Why do y'all got to have these private conversations? What's so private that me as your wife, I can't know? You got to put your foot down. Just because you're a wife does not mean that you have to be a stepping stool. Understand your position and understand the authority that you operate in. You his rib for a reason. You his helpmeet for a reason. You got to make sure that you get that. Put your foot down. I don't like to see women get in marriages and think that I have to be somebody that you trample over now. No, I'm going to speak to you because I need to put you back in order. I need to help you understand that you are neglecting this household. You are neglecting my safety. You are neglecting my peace. And I can't show up as no wife when you are neglecting my peace. Who are you to have somebody outside of me? The person that you need to be talking to is me and God. You can talk to your mama. You can talk to your sister. What you and your friend got to talk about? And is this like a lifetime? It's like a childhood friend, or is this somebody new?
No, well, they've been friends for about 15 years.
Okay, so why can't he talk to her in front of you?
I know why. They talking about you, baby.
I say that.
Every time that man speak to that woman, it's this ain't what my wife ain't doing this. She ain't doing this. She ain't doing this. And what's gonna happen is a moment gonna slip up and she gonna say, you know, I'll be doing all those things. I would have been doing all those things for the last 15 years if
That's
you
that
would have
emotional affair.
And then that emotional affair becomes a physical affair. And now that's something he bringing in your household you have to deal with. The answer is you can have this friendship or you can have this marriage. One of the two. Kira?
As a female best friend, One of the first things that I do when my male friends get into relationships is make sure that I cultivate a good relationship with the woman in his life.
That's right.
I can't understand for the life of me someone having a relationship with someone for 15 years that I don't also have that relationship with his woman. So for them to have had this friendship for 15 years and she's not also on your phone, she's not trying to include you in these side conversations, she ain't picking up and calling you on three-way, she's sleeping with your husband.
No. Okay. No. Hold on.
I say that.
Okay, hold on.
I agree.
Woo, loaded. Oh, shoot. Oh, hold on. Loaded. Undid high. There we go. Okay, you back? Q?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yo, you muted.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're muted. You muted yourself, it's saying. Loaded. Let it view.
Ooh.
Let it view. Let it. Then I said brew. That's the word. Okay. I mean, saw you talking, but I can't hear nothing. Night, can I hear you? No. Tyron, I know you're here. Okay, she coming on to come back in. Ty?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you good. Night, you muted yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I'll pull you. I just pulled them out real quick. Woof! Loaded. Loaded clip. Loaded clip. Let's see now. All right, you got sound. It looks like night is always in one.
And we good?
Yeah, we good. Hold on, just waiting on Q. But loaded. That was a loaded clip. We got the Etna pivot in the building. What's going on, Maru? Maru jumps off and he says, "Why they got single people giving marriage advice?" Shaking my head. Interessante. I guess you could say the same thing regarding us. You know,
I
we
was
back. We
closing my
live.
eyes because I was trying to. I didn't have my notebook. I had my mental notebook. I'm gonna get one like QQ in a minute, Kiki.
Mm-hmm.
But you said something about. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the first one. I'm gonna come back to the second one. It'll
Okay.
come back to me. But you said something about. Oh, I got it. The question of him talking to her about things. This whole thing just made me think about something.
Yeah.
Why
What?
do you got to go and talk to somebody when you got the Holy Spirit and you talk to God? One thing we have a problem with is we put too much stake into people when God said that he's going to be here for you. Scripture said when Jesus died on the cross that he was going to send. And I know this sounds biblical and y'all probably going to be like, man, come on, bro. Don't get all biblical, bro. No, I am, because that's what it's all about. None of us, include myself, and I just started doing this. If I got a question about what I'm going to eat tonight, I walk through the grocery store and I'll be like, God, what you think? Yo, Holy Spirit, should I get chili mac or should I make hamburger helper? Go and jump and ask the question to the Holy Spirit. Pray about it before you go jump and talk to a worldly spirit or a worldly soul or a physical being. Why do we feel like we got to jump and talk to a person when you got somebody right there next to you that you can talk to? Use your gift of discernment. Use your gift of communicating with him. I feel like people jump so quick to talk to something worldly when you have something divine to give you the best answer. And it's never wrong and never biased and never judgmental. So that's the one thing. The other thing was, it was something you said. It was something about some God dog it, and I know it's going to be lost. But yeah, that's what it is. That's how I feel.
I'll come back off of that because I'm in agreement with you. We do have the Holy Spirit. We do have discernment. We do have the ability to go to him, grow to him, and nobody else. But we're also interdependent beings. You know, we have confidence. We have friends for a reason. You know, you can grow to God and listen to him, and then you can come across a random person. We was talking about that, you know, I think last week when we were talking on the show about random people that just come along that God's seeing, and they'll say something to you in a grocery store. They'll say something to you, you know, but you have a friend that you, I hate using this word trust, because we don't supposed to trust anybody, you know, but God. But we do have friends in our lives that we lean and depend on, especially for advisement. You know, you may have heard it from God, but then you'll go to that friend, and you know they'll tell you pretty much, they'll confirm what it is that God has said to you, you know. So it's not that it's a bad thing or an issue. It's gonna always just sit and lie with the person themselves, especially the king. It's gonna, if you know that you can, it's kind of like if you know that you're trying to lose weight and you can't handle being around a donut, don't be around a donut until you can handle being around a donut. You know, that's gonna be on you. But then if the donut is tempting for you and you have it around, and then all of a sudden you want to blame the donut because you partook in it, come on, man. That's not that. So if you don't have the discipline designed to be around the donut, that's fine. Don't be around the donut. But if you have the discipline, whether that donut is sitting right there, I don't have to eat that. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a taste for that any further. So I do agree with you that yes, we do turn to the Holy Spirit for things. But I'm also going to say that we are interdependent beings. We rely upon each other. And so all the time, you don't necessarily, like even with your boss, you may have a boss, you know, and you don't go directly to your boss. Like protocol is you go up to your management or and you talk to them. You're technically not to talk to nobody else, right? But if you go to a friend and you say, I just want to know if I'm tripping. Am I tripping? And that friend kind of like talk to you, and then you may not even have to go talk to the boss any further, because it's like that friend and pretty much talked you off that ledge and kind of helped you in the correction process and helped you see things a particular way where you like, you know what, you're right. I ain't even gotta bother him with that. I don't even, and that's also part of, you know, leadership, you know. So I think it's the company that you keep that's imperative. I think that, like we were saying earlier, as far as having the boundaries with relationship and friendship, with the other party, right? Like they already know what it is, you know. And if you do have somebody that's pushing up on you and trying to get with you and disrespecting your marriage, you should put them in a place and you should get away from them. But if you have a friend that is respectful of your marriage, I do not agree with when she was saying that y'all got to be on three-way calls and you and the girl got to kick it, and no, I'm not. I don't even like people like that. I don't have friends like that. You know what I mean? But if I see you and I want to help you, I will help you. Or you're in need of help, I will help you. If we got to do something together, I don't mind working with you. I could work with anybody. I don't have a problem with people, right? But that also came in the master of singleness process. And so I think that we omit the process of mastering singleness before we get married. We jump the gun and not the broom, and that happens a lot in our society. Lord Ty.
She's not respect.
Oh, sorry.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, I didn't know you were going to say anything, but you go ahead, and then I'll go to Lord Ty.
She's not respectful if she's there, because you said as long as she's respectful to the relationship. She's not respectful if she's there and y'all had previous relations. I'm just gonna be real with you. If y'all had sex and y'all was grinding, or you was doing anything physical with her, she's not being respectful to your relationship if she's present and y'all having conversations.
Hmm. So she's
Facts.
not being respectful, but he is,
No, you just
because
no, you just said
because
as long
we
as
going
she's being
backwards.
respectful.
Yeah.
No, you
Yes.
said your comment you just made was it's no problem if she's there and she's being respectful to your wife.
Yes.
She's not a threat. She's not respectful if she's there. She
How?
shouldn't
So
be there. She
again,
should.
so we going back to the same thing that we end up closing. We close the door on before we like we close the door
No,
on this
it
same
ain't. It ain't
conversation.
closed. It's
Okay.
not close because if you just said just now that if she's being respectful to him and his relationship, she shouldn't be a problem. She shouldn't be there if she's
But if he
respectful.
wants her there, and we, because you brought up at the very end of this conversation that we had prior to playing the video clip, that they should have sat down and had this conversation, and then Q brought it more home by saying this is a conversation that we should have had before we got married, right? So all of this is a conversation. She's not being disrespectful if this man is saying, I want you around, and she's not doing anything to threaten the marriage. She is a friend that has the adjective girl attached to her name. She's a friend.
They
So what
But if
I'm
both
she's
saying is
already
back to,
took of the loins, the fruit of the loins. If
yeah,
she's
she has
already
part.
in the loins,
She's already partake, but then, like we talked about before, there
that's a
also
threat.
is a
That's a
potential.
threat.
There also is a person that has a potential to partake in the fruit of the
wait,
loin
what
too.
Tyron just say? What you say, Tyron? Repeat what you just said.
The young lady that's a threat. She's a threat if she's already partook of the man's loins.
But
Why
a
is
threat
she
to
there?
who? What?
To the
Hold
wife.
on, Mary.
She's
Let
a
him
threat
finish
to the
though. Hold on.
wife.
Yeah, you
Wait,
talking about her being
let him
around.
finish.
I
Talking about
am
her being
letting him finish, but I'm also talking into it as well. So I I don't require the check here. I'm not cutting him
No, we
off.
couldn't. I couldn't. No, because I'm telling you what we hearing. I can't hear him when he's
Okay,
expounding on
well,
it. You go ahead, Tyron. Tyron.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, yeah.
Go ahead.
What I was saying is that if the young lady is there, yes, it is. She is a threat, especially if she's already had sex with this man. She done already had sex with this man, and now she's still hanging around. That is some skeptical stuff. Cause I know me as a man, I'm not about to put up with no woman that's got a nigga around that she done already had sex with. I'm out the door quick. Oh, you
Amen.
just slept with this dude. You just slept with this dude, and he gonna be hanging around us like that. Oh, let me hurry up, pack my bags with the quickness.
Point blank. Period.
So do you
Point
got
blank.
so
Period.
that how many people have people slept with? Like you get, I don't. It's like you're trying to chin check the world. Like, and I'm not. The difference here is that you guys are men and you're talking about women, and I have to stress that that's something totally different because this is your wife. So it's just like
Or
this
the
being your
structured discipline.
child. It's it's like it's
Or the
being your
structured discipline.
order structure discipline, exactly. So it's like being your child, so that's different, and we're talking about something totally different when you're talking about a king providing authority to a queen. I'm talking about a woman dictating to a king. And so in this instance, if he's saying that he wants her around, you're saying, and we talked about this earlier, if on both ends of the spectrum there's a potential person that could get it, there's a previous person that got it. It's not necessarily so that the previous person even wanted. That's a natural assumption. So that could also be the previous person could be a ex spouse or a baby mama, right? That
He
don't
doing
mean
too much.
we did.
I'm gonna put it like this: if the previous person is around me, she gonna be getting it.
Yep. He
Okay,
doing too
so
much.
it's
That
no
man
so
doing way too much.
so if that but that's you, right? Are you
Yeah, but
saying
I'm
that
saying they
all
both
men?
are.
Are you saying that all men lack self control?
No, I
No.
ain't
What
saying
he's
that.
saying is if he a man and he got this woman around that he was splick splacking and she's still around, he's completely out of order.
Okay, so
Because you know
okay,
why? You know why?
this don't
You know
make sense.
why?
Yeah, go
If
ahead.
he, let me tell you why.
Sure.
Because if he was splick splacking her and she's still around, then she should have been the one then. He shouldn't
That's
be
not
still talking to her if
necessarily
he got.
so. But that's
Listen what
not
I'm saying
necessary.
though.
I am
If
listening.
he
You're
split,
not
if he
making
split
sense.
splacked her,
Mary,
if
put
he hit her,
yourself in the frying pan.
I
Mary,
am.
put
yeah,
yourself in the
I
frying
am in the
pan.
frying pan. That's why I'm trying to tell you. No, if Kiki was your friend and me and you was married, Lord Ty, Kiki is not a threat to me.
Okay,
I have
let's
more
let's
absolutely.
switch.
confidence. I have
Let's
more
switch it.
confidence in myself as a woman. I am whole, one, and complete as a woman, where there are no threats. Are you
So he
Let's
was
crazy?
switch.
How
hitting
do
Pete.
how do I see myself? The way
Let's
I
switch
see
it. Let's
myself
switch
is
it.
going to be the way that I'm going to see this woman. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Hey, no
Let's,
disrespect, Kiki. I don't mean to say this, but he was hitting Kiki, and then he gets with you, and
Yeah.
you saying that that's okay, that he can have Kiki around still, and they used to do everything A, Y, and A to Z. and you
First,
Right.
okay with that?
I
Right.
don't
Will
know
I be in
what
the
they
right?
used to do. I don't know what they used to do. That's number one, because
No, he
I ain't
told
all up
you.
in it.
He told you
Okay,
Kids
so he
all
did.
over.
they had
He
relations.
Kids
explained and
all on the
said this was a
Facebook. All
previous
that.
person. But why
Yeah.
do I have? Why do I have beef if this is a previous person and I'm precinct? What do the previous got to do with me? I'm not
Is
going
she
to make the
serious?
wait, wait. I'm not going to make this person a threat. Now, if he said this is my friend, and as we concluded this part of the conversation, and we had a conversation prior to marriage, or even in the marriage regarding this person, and we had this conversation and we discussed it, and he said this is what this person is, but baby, I'm not on that. Am I gonna just be like, oh, denial? You can't be around that person because y'all slept together before and y'all got the potential to sleep together. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
He
You
has the
should.
potential to also sleep with a new person. So that's kind of crazy because the science isn't applying all the way around. So give me something that applies all the way around. And when we talked again, the application applies where we can just have a conversation and I could have decided prior to marriage whether this was something I wanted to involve myself in. Because like Ty said, if you're with me, I'm smashing old girl. But there could also be somebody else that's saying, if you're with me, that's not the type of energy or time I'm on. I'm with you. This is my friend. We may have slept together, this, that, and the other, but we don't want nobody. We don't want each other. We're just friends. So I just wanted to make sense all the way around. Um, so that we're applying it as truth and not just a fact for one person, because this is what it sounds like. It just facts for one person, and that's okay too, because how Lord Ty runs his kingdom ain't gonna be how CKnight run his kingdom. But
Hey,
and note
one
to self,
thing
they're the runners. Go ahead.
we got to do. I want to do what Tyron did to Kiki last week. I want to ask you again. Maybe I need to repeat it one more time.
Ooh,
You okay with Tyron being best friends with Kiki, who he told you he slept with? They was together for a minute. They had all types of relations. You're okay with that? You honestly can say you're
yes,
okay with him having private conversations with her outside of you?
yes, I am.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I because my relationship is with this man that ain't with Kiki. So whatever this man gonna do, he gonna do it, whether it's in front of my face or private. If he wants to tell me about it, tell me about it. I'm not trying to control him. I'm here as help. And I don't think that we get that as women. We're here as help.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to help cause a problem in his life. I'm going to listen to him and I'm going to believe him and I'm going to trust him, or I shouldn't be there. I shouldn't be the wife. And somewhere along the line, some cheating happened. Real quick, let's get Ann
Brother
out the
Knight.
way. Let's get at what you say, King.
I was gonna say, say, Brother Knight,
Oh,
if Mary walk in on you and Kiki, Brother Knight, just say, hey, hand me a towel. She said she the help. Hand me a towel. Hand me a towel.
listen. Rock truth.
He's stupid.
Rock truth. Now, am I going to be there after the fact? I have a choice here. I don't have to stick
You
around and
say hand me a
stay or
towel.
and I kind of say that loosely too, because I don't know what God has for us to learn through this situation. I don't know. But I do know that I'm submitting to God and I'm submitting to the order of things. And so if you have a wife in me, like you were saying, if they had a husband in you, if you got a wife in me, I'm not gonna look at this other person as a threat. I don't see you that way. Why? I'm
Wait,
not threatened by any woman.
I'm just saying, if we gonna have the
what does he
conversation,
mean
let's have
hand
the
me?
conversation.
Why you say
No,
hand me
I'm
a
with you.
towel?
Cause as help, then that means that I would need to help clean them off. Like that, do your job. That's what he said. Like, no, for real.
Yeah,
That's what
right,
he
right.
said.
Hand me a towel. I need
Right.
that towel.
Yeah, no, let me go on. Here
Make
you
sure it's
go.
warm.
Let me go
Make it
on
warm
toss
too.
it. Let me go on
Make it
toss
warm.
it. But that don't
Right.
mean that my duties continue on. But I can't say that either because again, I don't know
Who
what.
said you're right? Who said your duties ain't done? You
That's
still got
right.
more work.
That's the truth. You may still have more to do. And so I can't say that, but I don't know what God has out of it. But I will say your job is there to help, not cause a problem in this man's life further. Real quick, we got Aunt. I'm read what's on the board real quick, and then I'll go to Kiki because they keep kicking her out. If a man doesn't need to walk around beating his chest, Why would a true wife ever have to put her foot down? Listen, that more like
Oh,
foot in your mouth.
come
That's what
on.
this that sounded crazy. Yet people
Right.
blend families. Exactly. That's the point that I'm trying to make too. Like they was screwing and chopping it up all crazy too. Like I'm supposed to now, no, and I ain't got to kick it with her either. I ain't talking to her. I
Damn,
don't have to.
so
Um,
stupid.
for real. Then he says the one is who men choose. That I agree. I agree. The one. Mary is honestly describing a wife. God judges the man. He does. He does. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So whatever that man is doing, whatever that king is doing, when we look at our kings, we're saying the word, but we do not treat them like kings. Kings are sovereign. If you were to go against what the king has to say, it was off with your head. And we modernize what it is to be a wife nowadays. When you are queen, that foot goes in your mouth. That's why he tell you to bridle your tongue. You know what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. But you also know that it's obedience. Even if you didn't agree with that king and what he decides to do, you're his wife. His wife. That's the difference, you know.
Hey, hold on. I'm sorry. I got to Tyron. What's wrong with you, man?
What?
Bro, I'm sitting here thinking about what you said. Hand me the towel. Bro, look, this is the thing. He's right. Because you know what? You put your foot in your mouth, like you just said, putting your foot in your mouth, by you being okay with him being friends with the woman that he was splacking. When you walk in that room,
Mm-hmm.
I want a fresh white towel, clean. I want it to smell like Unstoppables. And then I want when we and her get done,
Warm.
when
Gotta
it
be
get
warm.
when she get done, or
Mm-hmm.
when you get done, she can leave, and then me and you gonna go have dinner, and we gonna be cool. Because if you're that okay with that, you
Mm-hmm.
can't be upset when something goes wrong, because it's
At all.
almost like you put meat in front of the doggone wolf.
At all. Let me grow back to what it was you were saying. All that whole scenario and situation that you saying. That can also go on behind my back. And I never know it. And then we end up going to dinner right on afterwards. And so again, he gonna do what he's going to do. You can't stop a man from doing anything. It's best get out
Okay.
his way. So let whatever happens he do or whatever. Our job as his wife is to turn to God. We have a prayer petition. That's about it. And if God gonna rearrange the part where we now separate because of adultery, or we learn something and we grow from it and we build on our marriage and we can't bring that back up again, then that's what that comes. But whatever it is gonna be God's good pleasure. So it can happen in front of my face or it can happen behind my back. But if the man or the king has that to happen, he has that to happen. What we gonna do? What I'm gonna do? No, stop! Don't get it. You can't do this. You can't. Oh, honey, I'm not a child. I'm a
No, you're
child, of
right.
course, in the sense, but I'm not. I don't behave immaturely.
Just hand me
I
the
just say
towel.
I just say
That's it.
about a
Hey,
happy
here
meal.
go that towel. As I walk out the door. Now, let
I
me
just
get you
say
that towel.
about a happy meal. Just about a happy meal and let them know that they both gonna be in my life. Like both of y'all gonna be in my life and make sure the toy is in the bed. Kiki, you like happy meals? Kiki, do
He
you like
dropped
happy
out. She
meals?
dropped out real quick. She'll be right on back. King Dwayne says
Okay.
people telling God what they gonna do. That it's the same example because he is the Lord of the home. So now you got a woman or the church telling Jesus, telling God what they ain't and gonna do. It's the same thing. It's backwards. It's a backward mentality. He said that man has to decide if what he has with leading lady is worth losing by adding concubines or other wives. That is the truth
There
from
you
it.
go. There you
That's
go.
the truth. That is the truth. Come on. This is this man's kingdom. And so we talked about a woman. You said she was kind of cool with having a polygamous relationship, right? There are women that are cool with
Yeah.
polygamy. That means guess what? They would be a better suit or a grander suit for a man that's along with
Yeah.
polygamy. Don't
Right.
so okay, but that's how that king want to run his kingdom. We can't tell as women, especially, we can't tell kings what to do no more than God, than mankind can tell God what to do. It's backwards. If I want to take care of multiple women, that's what I'm gonna do, and that's true. That's true.
If
What
I
are you
want to
gonna
take
do as
care
a
of
queen?
multiple women, that's what I'm
Hmm.
going to do. What's that mean?
He's gonna do what he wants, what he can afford. Let's say
Yeah,
that.
what that mean?
He's gonna do what he can
I
afford.
mean, hold on, I'm lost. Wait, so is he a polygamist or what is
He's
he? He's a married man, and he said he's taking care of other women. What is that? Sound
so
like
pretty
what?
much. So if he choose to participate in polygamy, he's gonna do
Oh,
that. That's how he's gonna run
oh,
his kingdom. He has every right.
okay.
He has every right. If you are a queen and he held this conversation with you and told you this is what this, like King said with the Happy Meal, this is what the situation is. You ain't gotta eat the Happy Meal. You can get up and say, you know what? Because we act like women have no power. See, this is where you do have power. You can get up and say, I'm sorry, this is not for me. Go ahead and walk out. It may be for somebody else. And the other woman may say, I'm cool with it. Pass the drink.
So Mary, it sound like that's what you into. Is that what you into, Mary?
No, I'm not into polygamy.
Keep it
I'm into
real, keep it
God.
real, keep it
No,
real.
I'm not. I'm into God, but I'm not ignorant of a man. Okay. So when I say that, I mean that I don't know what'll happen in the future. I don't know if he'll tip or dip. It is beautiful women out here. There are highly intelligent women out here. Things happen, you know. So I don't know, but I know that I'm for God and following obedience and submission. That's
So
it.
basically, you saying that if he was with another woman knocking the skins down, you would have to take off on him.
my
Keep it real.
first my first response, excuse me, it could be a reaction too. So my first reaction is gonna be, yeah, I'm gone. I don't know what God may do. He may lead me right on back, because there's a lot of things that I don't want to do that God has me right on in. Has me right on
Hey,
in. So I
go
don't
back
have
to
no
this.
So,
control.
so technically, you could be a polygamist, though. You really could be into
There's a
polygamy.
strong, you know what, just like everybody in America, strong possibility. Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
go to this comment. This
Yes.
scrutinize this. My brother, he said it means exactly what I wrote. Read your
uh
Bible,
uh
especially if I take care of a widow. Stop limiting polygamy to sex. What is it? What?
okay. And
So
should we give it, you need
so
the link?
yeah, because
No,
I'm
I gotta
curious.
get out. I
I
gotta
mean,
get out of here. I gotta
look.
get out.
Okay, King gotta go. King gotta go. So yep,
Oh,
and if
all
you
right,
could
Tyra.
put it in the chat, King, please, what it is that he's saying.
I
Uh
gotta get out of
uh
here.
CKnight, real quick. Can you do what's the question that you're asking him?
The question I'm asking is, he says it means exactly what I wrote. Read your Bible.
Yes.
So, what is somewhere in the Bible that says polygamy is acceptable? Because I've been having this conversation with people and we've been trying to find it. And I'm just, hey, I'm
Yeah.
open to knowledge. So if you know something I don't know, I've been talking to multiple men that they can't give me the proper answer. The one answer that I get is Jesus said, love your wife as you love the church. Then also, it's a scripture that says in the Bible to each man should be to his wife and each wife should have her husband. So where do you see whereas polygamy is an acceptable thing? And then also you say stop limiting polygamy to sex. So what is polygamy to you,
Without
I
it,
guess?
yeah. What is polygamy without sex? No,
So
I hear.
what, I'm taking care of chicks financially and dropping bag on them and I ain't having sex with them. So what am I doing?
Uh-huh. He said that David was given his women by God. Polygamy was and has always been about covering women. So that's his response there. I'll wait for you to respond if you want to grow with that. I'm with this is what I'll say, because you get all the way down to, I think it's when they're talking about the bishops and the deacons, and they're saying that they should be of one wife, specifically one. God is about devotion and not commitment. Is devotion this one thing that you do? Am I knocking polygamy? No, I believe that everything that occurred in the Bible post fall, even prior to, but post fall, really showed man how far, how low he can go. And he can really go as low as hell. So did it stop God from providing? As a king, you have your spoils and you have your wife, and we know David took a wife, right? But has God not provided? Yeah, this is one part of his story. But then I will say that if he made it his business to say one, he didn't go and take all of Adam's ribs. He took one. If he wanted two Eves, Eve and Ava, he could have did that. He didn't, you know. So am I knocking you for having a polygamous relationship? Hey, do what you can afford. Do what you can afford, you know. But I will say that God is a jealous God. He is about one.
Yeah.
He's
So
about
my
one.
question is, yeah,
Yeah.
he responded to yes, a
He
woman
said
has one,
sorrow.
a man can cover many. That man can have his village. So I kind of get where he going with that because
Yeah.
I do
We're
know that
going.
when it's kind of interesting when a woman husband died.
Mm-hmm.
It says something about in adultery in the Bible about how I hear men do this sometimes, but I'm not coming at you, Aunt, saying this is you. But men will say like a woman commits adultery because she's not uh how do they say it? Because her husband is still living, but a man can have multiple wives and not commit adultery because he's taking care of them. But I'm asking you, where in scripture does it say in New Testament? And I know Old Testament, New Testament, that's a whole nother conversation. But within Paul, the Corinthians, within the love scriptures, what does it say that a man can have multiple wives and cover multiple women? And if you could
Right.
put it in the chat or get it to it later, let me know because I'm very curious.
Yeah, he said just because you can doesn't necessarily mean have multiple women. Y'all are a bill and headaches that we love. And then he said that God fights for the widow being
You know,
covered. I think that also when they would get I think the spouse would die or something like that, and the brother would take upon that responsibility of another woman. And like he was saying, it's not necessarily sex that you have to say is polygamy if you're taken care of. But I think that like you saying, Knight, it polygamy would then I thought or I believe that this was about wives, multiple wives. Not just
And
like
that's why
I
I was
take care of
saying,
my baby mama.
polygyny. Polygyny is a word
that's
too.
why I was saying I want Aunt
That's like the
Boogity. That's
biblical
why I said I
part.
wanted Aunt Boogity on here because I want to know what Aunt's saying. Because are we talking about a biblical instance? What we're talking about pertaining to you, Aunt? Like, what does polygamy look like to you? So, do you go out to and meet multiple chicks, marry them, don't sleep with them, but you covering them? I'm trying to get that. It's not making sense to me.
Wait, hold on, wait, married and covered. Wait, hold on.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm gonna say this though.
Like,
I'm gonna
no,
say
for real.
this. A
I ain't
lot of,
trying to
lot
be
of your,
funny.
lot of your, a lot of your male, male leaders in the Bible, they had multiple women.
Yeah.
It's all over. It's all through
Mhm.
the book. It's all through the Bible.
Yeah.
And that scripture that talk about that scripture that where it talks about the bishop, can be the husband of one wife. That word has been been loosely. Yeah. Send me the link. Forget it. Send me the link. I see he wrote it in there.
Okay.
He said send me the link. I only got
Because
like 14 minutes, so I'm about to get
okay,
out of
why
here.
you okay? But why you ain't send it to him? I'm about to send it to him. I'm about to send it to him. Okay.
Oh, do I? Yeah, I do. I got the link too. That's right. Okay.
Can you send it to him? I can.
Yeah. Let me.
Can you do it real
Yeah, I
quick?
can send it.
Yep, you
No, let me.
faster. You're gonna be faster than me. Okay, we'll
Hey,
bring it right on.
Is Q back?
Yes, Q's back.
Hey, let
Q ain't ready for this.
Q. What do you think about this question that Ant presented
Shame.
about the polygamy thing?
Let me go back to it and I'll read it to you, sis. Cause she had came in and
Okay.
out.
Shame
He
right
said, okay, polygamy was about always covering women. Hold on, sis. Exactly.
Read the one where he snapped me too. Read that one.
Which one? Which one?
Oh.
I'm just playing. The one where he said, "I said what I wrote."
I
Bam.
know, right? I'm trying to find out where's that one at. Hold on. People telling God what to do. The
Shame
men
right.
have okay, concubines. If I take okay, here it goes. If I want to take care of multiple women, that's what I'm gonna do. It means exactly what I wrote. Read your Bible, LOL. Especially if I take care of a widow. Stop limiting polygamy to sex. And then he says polygamy was and has always been about covering women. Yes, a woman has one. A man can cover many. That man can have his village. And then he says, just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you have multiple women. You are a bill and a headache that we love.
Oh,
And
this link ain't. Hey, is the link working?
you sent him the right one? Go ahead, Q, if you want to chime in real quick.
I'll send them a link. It's really long.
You want me to do it?
Um,
Well, I'm gonna see. Is it working, Dwayne?
can y'all hear me?
I don't know.
I can hear you. I can hear you, Q.
No, Kiki
Q?
ain't ready for this conversation.
Q? Yeah, she froze. Dang. Let me see. I'm about to send it to Aunt. Tell him I'm sending him in school NAS. I mean, Rock Single. I just sent it to Rock Single. Ah, there go Aunt. There go King. Okay. And hold on. Let me assign you real quick, okay? Do I got a fast? I do got a fast camera set up. And then get rid of that. All right, so I got Ann in the building. Let me go and get you to 4. And we got you. Hi, how are you? The other 2 are out right now, so we're waiting on them. Please do not look at the names at the bottom of the screen. Aunt, can you hear us? Aunt, you're muted.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I got you, Ty, but Aunt is it says guests has muted themselves on Aunt end.
I see that boy McKnight. He out there. He out there giving them
He getting that
favors.
work, he getting that work. And I'm gonna kick you out and then come right back on in, okay? Hopefully it'll fix it. Okay. Cause I got you here. Ty, Tyron. Tyron Joe. Uh it's getting there. It's getting there. Okay. Let's see. Okay, okay, guys. Guess 4. Who else do I got? I got IQ. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it again. 5 guess combo. All
See,
right.
it's showing that they
I got you. I
muting me.
got you, Aunt. I got you, Aunt. Guess 4. All right. Let's see what Q at. I saw Q. Hold on. We got you, Aunt. Nope. Q's out. Aunt, talk, please. Talk. Aunt, go ahead. Oh God. Ah, guys. We probably gonna have to finish this another time. We're gonna have to finish this another time because it's knocking. Okay, let's see if I get him this time. Aunt, King Aunt, King Aunt, Tyron Joe,
I'm here.
King Aunt. It says you're in. You're assigned. There we go. Nope. Ugh. We may have to just do this. We may have to just do this another time.
Yeah, I was gonna tell Knight just come by on Thursday if he got some time, and to be there, and he gonna break it all down to him.
Okay. Night, it muted you for whatever reason. Let me see if we got him now. Hold on. It muted you, Night. So yeah, we'll just take this conversation on over to BZNZ Talk. It seems like that's gonna be our new thing to do because these conversations are lengthy.
Yeah, you can certainly come on over there.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get on up out of here. We thank you guys for joining us. The Rock Truth, absolutely nothing at all. BZNZ, what time is the show?
BZNZ Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And going to get you a cup of water or whatever. Just come on in and enjoy the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry for the technical difficulties. But hey, that's the world we live in now. It's just full of glitches. Remember, revelation is truth. Truth is not information. Rock truth, no matter the consequences. Rock truth are absolutely nothing at all. Peace, y'all.
Situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion. Tell me what's your view. And let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth.